Well, the big winter storm is here, and I pulled in both of my cars into the garage. I've never done that before. I had to move all my bikes inside. You know, family's out of town, I can do things like that. But I still got to get my training in. Let me, yeah, still got to get my training in. And today's going to be a little bit special. I think I'm going to do an FTP test. I've heard that that you shouldn't do FTP tests too often, and I think it's been about a month. I've been solidly training, not like training like a pro, I'd say, but working my way up and building on each and every week, building on the last week, and you know, riding 7-8 hours a week. Well, like I started at like 5 hours a week, then now I'm at 8 hours. So I'm gonna do an FTP test, but I don't know. I don't know what my expectations are. So maybe 20 watts higher. And I know for some people 20 watts would be huge, but that's when you're like peaked out at like 320 or 340 or something like that. Like I had beginner fitness, if anything, and now now it's like, okay, you know, a month you can make a big gain fast, and then it kind of plateaus out. So but one thing working against me is I am far from rested. You know, with the family out of town, I actually slept a solid 8 hours of uninterrupted sleep. I woke up at like 7 in the morning, and I was like, the heck, what the heck happened? Like, where am I? What time is it? I didn't even know. So yeah, 8 hours of sleep, that's crazy for me. So I don't know, it can go either way. And it's like with the FTP test, you could totally cheat it. We'll get into that more later, but you could totally cheat an FTP test where you're like standing up and like hammering the pedals. Like, nah, I'd rather just follow the rules of the FTP test so it's like accurate. And then after that, I'm gonna do a physique check, because this video will go out on a Monday. So I'll weigh myself, do a physique check, and we'll see how it goes, man. I'm pretty curious. But since it's been, you know, like a snow day, and you know, I'm by myself, no family here. I was cleaning chains and stuff today. I took that upon myself to clean a bunch of chains. So let's pull this car out, get that chain on that gravel bike, and let's get started. Okay, I do not want to let the heat out. Oh yeah, it is a cold one here. All right, next up, let's get this chain on this bike and get this area cleaned up a little bit. All right, so I lube the chain like one link or one roller at a time, and so it's super legit. Oh man, I'm fumbling this real bad right now. Come on. There we go. Yeah, in my videos, I almost never include putting on a chain because it's really hard to film, and I don't know, it's just like, it's awkward for focus. It's awkward to like get the camera to focus, and it's not really that interesting, you know? Okay. Okay, get that on there. Get that on there. All right, that looks pretty good. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know, maybe I'll even cut that portion out, but yeah, I am ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm basically just gonna do like a zone 2 free ride for like, I'm gonna watch Reacher. It's on Prime Video. I like it. Reacher's been pretty good. So I'm gonna watch Reacher. That's like a 40-minute episode. And then I'll fire up the FTP because I'll be all warmed up and everything. I would like to ride for an hour and a half. I would love to ride for 2 hours, but that is really hard to do on a freaking trainer. But yeah, I might swap out the stem right now too. Depends if I can get in the attic or not with the van there. All right, I didn't have my freaking microphone on, so before this FTP test starts, I'm gonna reiterate what I was saying. So yeah, I'm trying out a 90 millimeter stem. I'm coming from, this says 50 millimeters, but I don't think so. It's like super short looking. I think that's like a 40. But it feels good. But I have my wheel on a block right now, and that raises up the front end and shortens the reach. So the barge will feel closer to me. So once I have this thing rolling on the road and flat ground gravel, I think that I'll probably switch to a 70 millimeter, which I have. I just got lazy. It's on the road bike. I didn't feel like taking it. Swapping stems is freaking annoying. I would shift down right now, but the freaking button isn't working. Annoying. But I made it 40 minutes watching that TV show, and then I had to restart my computer to like start this recording up, which happened the other day. At least now I didn't lose the ride like last time. Yeah, 30 seconds and we start a FTP test. So the FTP thing is saying you gotta stay seated. You can freaking cheat FTP tests if you're like going like this. Man, it's nice. Before when I stand up, my knees would be like touching the bars. All right. If you've done an FTP test, comment and tell me how that went. If you haven't done an FTP test, you need to get on that right away. This is gonna start out pretty easy. It's gonna ramp up. Hopefully my camera has enough battery here. Because I am now at a point where I cannot stop, or else it's gonna count against me. But even for that 40 minutes, pushing like 140 watts, 120 watts even, my legs were burning a little bit. So I don't really know how to recover all the way. I need to do it quickly, but I gotta keep training, I gotta keep riding every day. And that kind of brings me to the question is, how long am I gonna do this whole base training block for? It's been about 4 weeks now. It's a long 4 weeks, I'll tell you that. But I think I wanna do it until riding 7 hours a week just becomes easy. Like it's like, pfft. But I think I'm gonna stop it at 7 to 8 hours. I think that's all I need to go, because I'm not trying to do any ultra distance stuff. I'm trying to do like hour-long races where you're like high intensity, So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it at 7, 8 hours, and we'll just go from there. And I gotta be smart about it, where I'm like evenly dividing it up. A 4-hour-long gravel ride is not the best idea. Next time I'll park close to the starting point and not ride from my house. That really fucked me over. So, I mean, 140, no big deal. I don't know what your cadence is supposed to be for the FTP. Because, man, I could really keep the cadence low and just be pushing through it, you know? Whew, I gotta turn up the fan. All right. Even though it's gonna snow, I might build up a hybrid fat bike. Not a true fat bike, but I got some wheels that are really wide. I can fit 3.0 tires on. So I might be able to ride in like a day or two. All right, it's getting a little serious now. And I'm gonna push it, but I'm not gonna go over my limit. And I don't wanna kill myself for like tomorrow or the day after, especially because I'm not fresh. But having like a 240 FTP, you know, 20 watt increase, that'd be great for the video title, I'll tell you that. So I have a little incentive, you know? Think about the views. Oh, that's probably a bad idea. Yeah, the last time I did this test was on the mountain bike, and the erg mode was acting all fucking weird. It wouldn't switch to the higher wattage until there was almost 10 seconds left in that block. It was weird, dude. Like, I was like, is it broken? I don't know. It was just, it was the same trainer and everything. Gotta focus on my breathing now. Should I add a little bit of music to these videos? Let me know. I've been doing no music, and the other day I added a little sound snippet. Thought that was kind of cool. RPM is dropping a little bit. Heart rate's still pretty low, 136. I'm noticing now I'm becoming like a chicken. When my heart rate gets like 150, I start really feeling it. Before I could be like heart rate 180 and be fine. 150 was my normal while riding. Go. I think last time I made it to 300 watts. I couldn't push it any longer. So the last FTP, 221. Tunnel should be starting to darken. I do feel a little lightheaded. Oh yeah. Ooh, this feels hard. Legs are burning. So I know it says 260 average, but when I stop, the number will drop off. So I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm gonna try to get to 320 block. I'm already thinking about quitting. The lactic acid is building up. Gotta focus. Ooh. Gotta make it to 320. Gonna blow by this group, following the pacemaker. Oh. I think I'm gonna call it. Yeah. Whew. Just stop it, please. See, just like rolling right there makes it go down. 234, so 13 watts higher. Fuck. I need to get my phone so I can just auto stop it. All right. Well, a 13 watt increase. And yeah, I don't know what it was with that test. So I stopped writing and it should have just stopped the test because it was saying it was estimating like pretty high. I'll have to look back at the footage, like 240. I even saw 260. I don't know. But as every second passed, it was like dropping drastically because there's like a calculation. So I don't know. You let me know if that was like a weird thing, if my FTP should have been higher. But I mean, 13 watt increase over 30 days. And we're talking, that was such a short-term thing. I mean, training, you got to look at it in years, not days. So, but I'm going to get a weight real quick and then we'll check, you know, watts per kilo. So let's see if I can start this up here. Yeah, so I don't know. I've been having some weight gain recently. So 190.8. So I mean, I'm up like 5 pounds, and I've been eating like really clean. Hold on, let me stay on this correctly. I've been eating super clean. So yeah, I mean, I've been eating my carbs and everything. So I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me. So I mean, if you look at the graph on the thing right here, it's like trending up. More body fat. I don't freaking know, dude. I have no clue. And I mean, it feels like I have more body fat. Hold on, let me switch this around. I mean, I feel like a little bloated. Pop this off here. Get that on there. Yeah, so I mean, maybe a little bit less body fat. I mean, the muscles feel more full and everything. It's like, that's really good. I can get a really tight, flex. Let's see, how do the bodybuilders do it? I mean, I feel good. That's the main thing. Get that lat flex going on. I don't know. Is this too weird for you guys? But where's my phone at? So if I'm 190, let's see. So let me, as a nurse, I had to calculate kilos and stuff before. So if I'm 190, that means I'm 86.3 kilos. So 234 divided by 86.3. That's 2.7 watts per kilo. Okay, before I was 85 kilos divided by 221. Oops, 221 divided by 85. That's 2.6. So I've increased 0.1 watts per kilo, and that's really the important number. And moving forward with this base training, I'm actually thinking that maybe I'll start doing a caloric deficit here pretty soon. But let me know if you think that's a bad idea. I think I might start to do a caloric deficit, but try to keep the training load identical. And what that's going to do is, let's say I can get down to 80 kilos. Let's see, how much is that? 80 kilo. Oh, it's 176. Okay, if I was 180 divided by, if I was 82 kilos, and I had a 234 watt FTP, that's 2.85 watts per kilo. So that's an even bigger increase, and that's losing, well, from here, that's losing 10 pounds. But it's like, if I do like a low fat diet and cut back overall on all the calories, slowly, nothing too crazy, nothing drastic. I don't want to go hungry here. But yeah, just a slow reduction. Maybe I can lose 10 pounds, and that's where I'll get some pretty big gains. But let me know how your progress is going. It is a little discouraging to, it's like I haven't been eating any snacks. I mean, we don't even have any. We're trying to go on a budget, so we're not buying snacks. I'm eating, rice and chicken. I'm measuring it out, so it's not like a huge meal. It's like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, let me know. Cheer me up in the comments or whatever. Yeah, maybe I'll do a trainer ride tomorrow. I'm at 5 hours and 34 minutes for the week. I know this is posting on a Monday, but yeah, I'm at 5 hours 34 minutes, and I would love to hit 2 hours finally on the trainer. So what I did after the ride is I rode for several more minutes, but it was, I don't know if it was like decent miles, because I was kind of doing 100 watts or 90 watts, sometimes 70 watts. It's like, does that count towards, endurance exercise, basically zone 1? I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns here, so give me some feedback. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go rest. See ya.